Welcome to Pure Phuckery, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Monique Ross. In today's episode, I brought my homegirl here. We grew up together and we were talking. I reached out to her, wanted to see if she would be interested to come on to Pure Phuckery, the podcast, and talk about some fuckery. She's going to talk about her experiences in her fitness journey, and then we'll just let the conversation flow from there. You guys, welcome to the podcast. It's my homegirl Kiesha. Say hey.
Hey fuckers.
Hey fuckers. Here we go. So anyhow, we're gonna just kick off the conversation. I'm just gonna ask her, as far as fitness, like what are you doing right now to maintain your sanity with the world just going amok right now? Like physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, what are you doing to, keep yourself grounded?
Fitness has become for me like my happy place, my quiet, my zen. So that's actually where I go to decompress from everything that's going on. So when I go, actually right now what I'm doing is actually just trying to stay consistent. I'm leaning out a little bit, but I'm just staying consistent, trying to keep myself healthy, but I use it as a form of decompression from whatever is going on. If I'm upset or, if something is going on, then I go to the gym, I get a real hard workout in, and then I feel better. It's like it's gone. I could, breathe a little bit. And actually when I go, I actually feel like I see clear. Things are clear. I gain clarity when I'm there because I'm not thinking about it. Everything is in the back of my mind at that particular time, and I'm focused on this.
Right.
So
Lee does that for me. Lee does that. Pod does that for me. Her gym workout is the equivalent of my marijuana usage. That it brings me clarity. But continue. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It really does. When you're not thinking about an issue and it's just festering in the background or whatever, then when you go somewhere and you're so focused on doing this, and I'm in the gym and I'm rapping in my head, I'm selling, I'm getting rid of bricks and I'm like this, and I'm in my own zone. Nobody else exists at this particular time. I'm in it, And then when I leave, I feel a sense of, kind of calm, and I can actually think clearly because whatever I was originally actually probably obsessing about isn't some clear perspective of whatever the situation is, and I don't kill people because that's one of the real things, especially when I'm extremely stressed out. I keep, your anxiety starts, and I go to the gym and I just, Okay, it don't always help. Sometimes sex helps too, but wine, all of it. It's the gym ain't gonna help with everything, so don't feel like you can just go to the gym and you won't have any more problems, because I've been on the bench crying before. So that doesn't always work, but I always feel like us as black women, we are underrepresented when it comes to the gym, period. When I go to the gym, like I go to the gym in Maplewood, I see so many other races of women in the gym, but maybe 2 or 3 black women in the gym, and I feel like we're very underrepresented when it comes to fitness and exactly what we're doing and actually trying to be healthy overall. So I'm in there and I be trying to show out, which is
you
probably
have to show out.
I do. I do.
I ain't never been a gym person though. I remember when the very first time I really got into going to the gym, and like not even a month into my membership, I found out I was pregnant with my youngest son. So I'm just like, if I'm pregnant, I might as well just be a fat bitch and do what I want to do, live how I want to live, just be tragic, be ratchet with it. And I did, and I paid for it dearly, because after my pregnancy, food is something that my family and I, that's like our comfort. That brings us all together. There's never engagement where we're not, it's not food and it's not the good shit. It's all the bad shit, and it'd be good, the good, bad shit. And, we found our comfort in food. Like, I went through a lot in 2008. So, like, right after I had my son, my mom died, and, I didn't, like, it just was a lot happening. My son was sick in the hospital, and then, my mom passed shortly after, and it's just like a rough patch. And, depression and shit like that comes in different forms. And to cope, that's what my sisters and I did. We always were cooking, always getting together, always going out to eat, and just drinking alcohol, suppressing, with the alcohol and food, and finding our comfort in that. And all three of us, both my sisters and myself, we all put on a shit ton of weight. And, a little bit after that, we have a fucked up mindset. We don't need the gym. We know, like, we know if we want to lose some weight, we know what the fuck we need to do, and we will do that shit. And like, I have, like, my one sister, she'll tell you quick if she gets, once you get in that mindset, because it's all about a mindset.
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying? It triggers what is it? It triggers the something in you that releases the weight. What is it? I know
not right offhand.
It's like some scientific shit, like some medical shit where like I read up on it. Like I read a lot about everything. Like I can talk some bullshit on just about anything, but it says something to the effect that is some type of, like, depression can go one way. Like when you're going through some shit, you can either eat a lot or you can lose your appetite altogether. You ever been on a man diet, you know what I'm saying, and drop 20-30 pounds swiftly?
That's how I started that situation I just told you about.
That diet.
That's how I started. It was a revenge body. That's how I started. I hated him so much, and I started working out because I wanted to kick him in his fucking face. Like, I really wanted to do that. Like, in my mind, that's all that, like when you see somebody like working out and they don't have no headphones, like revenge. Like, that's all I was thinking about was revenge. When I first started, it was strictly about, I want to look like X to make him, you know what I'm saying? Right. But then I didn't know that I would really, really, really enjoy it. But it was originally about revenge. When you break up and you in a dark place, like, you know what? I could probably do 10 years.
We've all been there. I've been there.
I've been there. Do 10 years.
I've been there.
I would be willing. Manslaughter. They can't prove I intended to do it. That's where I was mentally, and that's originally how I got started. And I started just running around Lafayette Park. I was just running around this 1 mile all the way around, and I was just running, and I lost weight so freaking fast. And I was like, okay. And I saw a guy that we went to high school with. His name Richard Rankin. And I saw him, I saw him in February. And he was like a little thicker. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw him again in, let's say, July. Okay. He was like competition ready. And I'm like, what the?
Mind over matter, baby.
What happened?
Mind over matter.
What did you do? Why I still look the same?
Right.
And he was like, man, you ain't doing A, B, and C, And I started working out with him. And that just kind of, I used to literally almost hide from him when he came in the gym because he was so hard on me.
Really?
But I needed that. He really was. He was really, really hard on me.
That's what I'm scared of.
But I needed that. He really, really was. He was. He was really hard. But I needed it. And I actually really took to it because it was a calm, and I got over that situation, and I didn't feel like I wanted to kill him anymore. I was just okay, you know what I'm saying? I was cool with it. And now every time my anxiety rises, I'm like all day today, I'm like, I need to get to the gym, I need to get to the gym, I need to get to the gym, because I see a bad decision coming on. If I don't go, a bad decision is going to happen. I need to go and, you know what I'm saying, go and I tell people all the time, my results are mine. You don't have to look like me. You don't have to want the same results that I want. Everybody's body is different.
Right.
Everybody is made up different. So what looks like X on me is not going to look the same on you because we're just not made the same.
Right.
And people will be like, well, I don't want to work out because I don't want muscles. Don't worry, you won't. This is a process and it takes time. So, and especially if you have the mindset that this is not something that you are fighting for, it's definitely not something you're going to get because muscles take work.
Right.
That take, you know what I'm saying? That takes some time to achieve. So, what my goals are for my body are just mine, and I had to get over people telling me, you know what I'm saying? If you're female, you shouldn't look like X, and I'm going to look like however I want to look. And whatever's comfortable for me. If you don't like it, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to deal with it.
I'm happy within
you know
my
what I'm saying?
skin.
You don't have to deal with me, period.
Matters.
You don't have to like it. And men be like, you shouldn't be. If I'm bigger than any man, then you should be bigger. You should be bigger. Because I'm 5'2", 155 pounds. If you're not 155 pounds at 5'2", then that's your issue.
Would you date a guy that's not bigger than you? No. She said no. Shut it down. You gonna miss your man on that bullshit.
I did. I swear to you, I did. And my family loved him.
See?
Loved him. And I just told Sierra, I said, he don't have no lap. Like,
you thought you could whoop his ass?
Like, for real, but he don't have no lap. Like, I got, you know what I'm saying, a little something back. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be able to support this. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no lap. Like, when you sit and you're small, like, I can't sit on somebody and see my legs spilling over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an issue for me. I want to be the smaller person.
Right.
And he was smaller than I was, but we were together. But that was an issue for me. I literally forced him to work out. He didn't even want to. I forced it on him.
You can't force that on nobody.
I did. I forced it on him. I forced it.
Wow.
I was like, don't you got those weights in the back? You can be doing push-ups while we talking right now.
Wow.
And he was like, I should do push-ups. You should do push-ups right now. Just get down. Knock out like 20 sets. Like, just go ahead and get it down.
Oh, wait.
He was maybe like 5'8", 5'9", maybe 150.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like skinny.
Okay.
And that's not, he was such a good guy, but that's normally not the kind of guy that I gravitate towards.
You gonna miss your man on that bullshit?
I swear, somebody told me that.
Like, it be the ones that's not your type that's gonna change your life.
I be trying to say I don't have a type, but I do.
We all have a type.
But they all looking like Dr. Pepper, Coke, and Pepsi.
See? Exactly. And I used to be the same way. Like, I had a certain type, but then I stepped out of my comfort zone. And, you know, I just did something completely different. And then from there, like, it's always been, any guy I've dated has been completely different. Nobody, like, I typically go, like, for me, I want you to be tall, you know, nice build, slim. That's what I've been going after lately. Or that's, I won't say what I've been going after, what I've been attracting. But leave me alone. So I just have to put it out there, just leave me alone. That's not an invitation. But anyway, I was just speaking on types. So I'm gonna get Kiesha back.
I mean, I say I don't have a type, but if you line them up, they all have something similar. The guys that I've all been attracted to, they damn near look alike.
Right.
So
you date the same dude over and over.
I really am.
What lesson have you not learned?
I haven't learned nothing. We just talked about this. I haven't learned anything. You would think I would learn. I haven't learned. That's why I can barely fit my shirts, because I keep working out, because I don't learn. So I have to keep going to the gym because I'm not learning anything on the other end. So that's the, yeah, I'd say I don't have a type. I've dated guys that were not my type, but not seriously. Like, I'll say, well, let me give him a chance, but then I'm really not giving him a chance. Right. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, because my family loved him. Oh, poor Reggie.
You saying this man's name?
My family love him. They do. My family love him. My family all be like, oh, Team Reggie, you know, that was... I sent him a Dear John letter and moved out when he went to go make a run.
I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
I'm not.
You cold-blooded.
I'm not.
You cold-blooded. Really I think I moved out on one person. I moved, and I was hella just young. This was before.
Shit, this was 2 years ago. No excuses.
I'm weak. I am weak.
No excuses. I don't know why.
I'm weak.
I don't. But I was going to he was working out though. He was doing it because I wanted him to, not because he wanted to. And he kept calling the fucking bar the curlers. And I was like, first of all, they're not called curlers. So stop saying it. Curlers are something that you do your hair with. That's not, this is not, it's a fucking bar. It's not, stop saying it. That's just how little he really wanted to work out, but he did it because I wanted him to.
He was trying to make you happy.
He did.
He was like, some credit.
I do.
Such a hard time.
I do. He was a good dude. He really was a good dude. I shouldn't have moved out like that, but
wow, you just left a note.
I did.
And shook.
I texted him too. He called me and we had a conversation about it, but I still didn't come back. And he kept saying, "You should be here with your Christmas tree." I made that man get rid of his damn artificial Christmas tree that was pre-lit because I wanted a real tree, and then moved out.
Wow.
That's why I go to the gym. That's why, right there. That's why all of this right here.
Wow.
I did, and he kept saying, I got this real tree, now I gotta water it. I said, yeah, I apologize. Should just kept the artificial tree. He kept saying, it's pre-lit. He kept saying, it's pre-lit.
That's fucked up. Like, she straight made this man get rid of his tree and then left him there with the real tree for him to water it.
I did. I apologize for that, but...
Did you apologize to Reggie?
I did apologize to him, but it just wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? You would have thought we would have had that conversation before we moved in together, but that's not what happened. We were really good friends, and we just let that friendship go too far. We should have just kept it. Being friends. You know what I'm saying? The lines start getting blurred. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying? We were like, our friendship, like, we was like this. And we entered another phase, and it just was, that wasn't what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And the energy wasn't even a relationship energy. That was still like, yeah, I'm sleeping with you, but you really like my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have that, oh, hey, babe, energy. That's more like, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have.
Why y'all cross the lines? You've never crossed that line. I got friends. Like, I don't cross the line. You just have to know where to draw it. And it's a hard lesson to learn.
It was me.
I figured you toxic as fuck.
It was me. I swear, it was me. I almost felt like it was rape.
I'm fucking with you, but I'm not. Like, you know you toxic though. She knows she toxic.
It was me. I don't even know why I did it. Like, I did it. I pushed it. He wasn't even on, you know what I'm saying? I pushed it. And then I was like, why do that?
No, when she knew better. Just to see if you could.
Yeah.
Just to see if you could.
To see if we were, you know what I'm saying? It was never, you know, like if you were friends with somebody and then y'all cross over into a sexual relationship and then everything falls into place. That wasn't the situation. It was, we still were in a friendship, close friendship. Like I looked at him like he was my brother. You know what I'm saying? He was so close. Like I have never been that close to another man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we talk,
bro, though.
It wasn't.
It wasn't your bro. Like when I call dudes that I've slept with, bro, they be like, no, like. You're not. That's not your bro.
I felt like we just didn't have that energy. You know what I'm saying? We used to club together. And you know what I'm saying? Just be on dumb shit together. You know what I'm saying?
That's your
homie. We just chilling.
Homie,
that's
best
what's
friend.
my homie.
Why you didn't? He was your homie. You could have made him your homie, little best friend.
I remember sitting in the tub one day. I was just sitting there like, shh. That's the water. That's the water.
I got that. I hope y'all got that. The fuckers are pretty clever. Right. I know they got that.
That was the water. So I'm sitting in the tub and I'm just like, you know how you have that aha moment? Mm-hmm. It was like, no. This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't it.
But you knew that going in. Why do it in the first place? Why even did you go into that knowing that this was just something to fucking do at the moment?
Yes, I did.
Why even bother?
I don't know. We discussed what my issues are.
We did.
Just add this to the list. Add this to the list of shit that I've done that contributes to the issue of why I work out all the time.
And I'm feeling it. I'm guilty. I tell her I don't judge. Like, it's a judgment free zone. I don't judge. Like, I've done shit knowing that it's not going anywhere, just out of curiosity, like on some bullshit. Like, I know this is not the end all be all for me. Fellas, sorry. Yeah, If you're not in my life now, I knew going in the door. There's probably 2 or 3 people that I absolutely was like, this could be the one.
I never felt like that.
I've had 2 or 3 people.
You know how you have that, like when you're as a female, you have that, ooh, what would our wedding look like? I don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm so detached. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why we were so good friends, and I feel like that situation was forced. But we are still, to this day, hey Reggie, very good friends.
Stop, she shouted this man out.
Yes, I love him. Like, I do. I love him so much. When anything, like if it ain't too many males that you were in a relationship with that you can call if you're in trouble, that they coming. Like, right. Regardless of whatever the situation is, they with somebody, it doesn't matter. He's coming.
Where's Reggie now?
I don't know.
Is he in a relationship?
I don't even know. I haven't talked to him since, I say after his birthday, so May. I haven't talked to him since then. Yeah. I haven't talked to him since then.
Girl,
so.
You can get in contact with him.
I mean, I can call him. If he's in a situation, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Interject.
Exactly.
I feel.
Exactly. And we've had that conversation because he would call me all the time, and I had to put a stop to that because he was in a relationship at the time, and I was like, I'm uncomfortable with this. You know what I'm saying? You got a girlfriend, and you're calling me all the time. That's just not something.
That's what dudes do, though. That's what they do.
Go back to where they feel comfortable.
What they do, y'all.
Come to the bosom. But we didn't even have that relationship. We wasn't a cuddling couple. You know what I'm saying? We weren't.
Yeah, she said the cuddling couple.
We weren't. I don't think. Man, this man knew each other for a year, and we didn't cuddle not one time. That just wasn't our energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We did get it in.
Did he want to cuddle?
No, that just wasn't. Cuddle.
He didn't want to cuddle because he knew you wouldn't let him cuddle.
I don't know. Reggie's a good guy though. He was a cool guy. And he went hard for my business, and I love that about him. But we just did not. The vibe wasn't there. But I did try to convert him to a lifter.
She trying to change this man.
I did. I tried.
Change him. Let him be him.
It was unsuccessful. Another guy I dated, I told him, you know, he was smaller. And that was an issue for me. That you need to pick up some weight before... If I'm going to see you, you're going to have to, like, do some push-ups, pull-ups, something. Because we're about the same size.
Right.
And if I feel like I can take you... I mean, yeah. I don't know how far we're going to go as far as... you know what I'm saying? You being the dominant one in the relationship. I want you to feel like you're the dominant one. Right. So I'm going to need for you to lift something. Yeah. So right now, I'm only dating either lifters or people that are bigger than I am. Which is not to say much because you don't have to do anything to be bigger than I am. But I always have an issue with men when it comes to the gym and dating that don't work out, because that's always an issue. It's always, you don't have to go. I'm gonna slap the shit out you if I don't go. I have to go. I absolutely positively have to go.
Right.
If I feel, you know what I'm saying, anxious or anything, that's my decompression. And a lot of times when men don't work out, they don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They want you to compromise. Well, why are you going today? Didn't you go yesterday? Yeah, and I'm going today too.
Right.
I got another problem today. That's why I'm going, you know. So that's, and as soon as you say something negative, I can be talking to a guy and he says something, I don't even remember this guy's name, but he's my friend on Facebook. He said, I don't know what you're trying to do or something, not verbatim, but what you're trying to do, make sure you don't get too big. Red flag number one, and that was literally our last conversation. That's a deal breaker for me. That was a hard no.
Cut him off.
That was a hard no and a deal breaker, because what you're telling me is you are putting some sort of...
I feel like he's intimidated by you.
And my thing is, then work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel some type of way, that's not on me, and don't put that on me.
That's some shit,
you know
that you're dealing with within yourself, sir.
My body is mine, and I'm going to do what works best for me. I never said anything to you about what you look like or what you should be doing or anything like that. But for you to tell me not to do something because I'm going to start looking too big, and the whole women that lift weights look manly, that is impossible for a woman that's natural. If you are natural, you do not produce enough testosterone to look like a man.
Right.
Women that are competitors normally, well, some of them, I'm not going to say all of them, some of them are not natural because you need that mass. You know what I'm saying? So women that are big and masculine are not natural. We can't get big like that. We can't. We're not going to. You know what I'm saying? If anything, when a woman lifts weights, she's going to appear bulky and thicker. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. Right. When she started lifting heavy weights, she's just going to be thick as hell. Like, so all of that to me was just a red flag, and I was just like, yeah, no, this is our last conversation. I bought some food from him though. He sell food. I bought some food from him.
Recently?
This was like 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yeah, I bought some food from him. I supported him. He tried me in the house. He was like, so what happened?
You be putting yourself in these predicaments. Tell me, give us some give the best story you got. Phuckery at the gym. Like it can be in anything. Give us the number one story.
I'm at Hampton, right?
She ready.
And this is because actually I was just thinking about this. So I'm at the gym that I go to, and this is when I first started out. And I was putting out like information, you know what I'm saying, getting clients, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm at the gym working out, and once you become a regular, you start talking to people all the time. So I'm talking to this guy, and another guy walks past me, and he's like, you should really answer your inboxes. And walks off, and I'm like,
what?
Right, and I'm like, what is he talking about? And then the dude was like, you know him? And I'm like, no. So I'm like, what is he talking about? So I'm looking at my inboxes. I didn't really see anything that would warrant, you know, an answer or whatever. So at this point, I'm feeling some type of way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're trying to punk me. You know what I'm saying? Because now I feel intimidated a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, right. You know what I'm saying?
You just rolled up on me, girl, in the gym.
And you knew who I am, and I don't know who you are.
You know what I'm saying? Me.
So I told one of the trainers, and I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Like, they ready. They like, we finna stop this thing. And I'm like, no,
this
wait.
Ain't that. This ain't
wait,
that.
Calm down. Wait, I'm finna find out, like, what the deal is, because you're not finna intimidate me in my house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it'll be an issue, blah, blah, blah. So I found the guy. He went downstairs, and I found him. I was like, hey, what's your name? And then he was like, if you read your inboxes, you would know. I said, dude, just tell me what your name is. Meanwhile, two of the trainers standing on standby looking like, you know, they just ready for something. So, come to find out, the dude had inboxed me, but it went to unfiltered. I don't answer unfiltered because we're not friends.
Right.
So, I don't know you. And apparently he had sent a friend request, but it's somewhere. Like, I don't know. And right. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Why do you feel some type of way about that? And if you were trying to reach out genuinely to me for training, my page is open. You could have written it on my wall. Like, you was on some dumb, you know what I'm saying? You was on something else.
Because he wasn't really reaching out to you for training.
Exactly. You know how many men have reached out to me for training? Like 2 in my whole lifetime. So, and I'm like, you own something else. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, so what is the question that you have that you felt so bothered that you had to, you know what I'm saying, right. approach me in this, you know what I'm saying, in this manner? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But that was definitely a situation where I felt like, you know what I'm saying, this dude is, like, especially at that particular gym, it was always some mess. Like, always something going on.
Right.
Up there that you was like, did you see them? They into it, you know what I'm saying? Because men, the testosterone start flowing, man. Everybody want to have on the muscle shirts, and I can outbench him. Like, everybody doing the absolute most.
Fucking just measuring whose dick is the biggest.
That's pretty much all it is. That's all it is. And I love to see it. And I'm like, you see that? You see him? Like, I've never, and then after that, I didn't see him in the gym anymore. There was a guy that I was talking to in the gym that we exchanged numbers, and I told my cousin, I was like, hey, this dude, blah, blah, blah. You know how with females just talking. You know, so I told my cousin about it. And then she was like, what's his name? Come to find out, this was the guy that was engaged to my other cousin.
Oh, wow.
And was married the whole time.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
How you engaged but you married, sir?
Yeah.
Man.
What you would do to shut somebody up?
I ain't gonna say men ain't shit, but men ain't shit. And there's some ain't shit ass women out there. So, hey. But who am I to judge?
Yep. I've
been on both sides of the spectrum, so I don't pass judgment at all. I mind my business.
That was a whole mess.
Wow.
And I told her, she was like, he tried, and I was like, yeah, he's at the gym, like, spreading the love. Like,
she said spreading the love.
He talking to everybody in her, and I said, and I didn't know that this was the dude that my cousin had been talking about. I had never seen him before.
Wow.
I just heard about him, and then she was like, my other cousin was like, that's him. And I'm like, see, that's why us females, we talk and we share pictures. Because you never know who knows somebody. And I want to know if you know them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that'll save a bunch of heartache and confusion and drama, for real.
It definitely will. It will. But I don't, honestly, at the gym now, guys, I don't get approached by guys anymore. I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, it's a good thing.
Look, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I don't. I really don't.
Like, I don't be relating to people when they say certain things about, like, every blue moon I'll get some weird creepy shit that'll happen as far as a guy approach, especially like on social media or something like that. But, and I know you said at the gym, but I feel like your energy motherfuckers know who they can try with the bullshit and who not to approach with the bullshit. And I don't give off the energy, and I don't feel like you give off the energy. Now, I don't know how you are at the gym, but I just know, I know you as a person.
I be trapping in my head.
I don't imagine you giving off the energy like that I'm open for your bullshit, sir. And that's what I think it is. Like, you know, you get those females who thirst trap, come up in the gym.
Got a whole dance routine. They be I promise you, they have a whole dance routine, twerking, all of this in the middle of the gym. Now, I'm not saying twerking couldn't be a form of working out, but come on now. Like, and that's one of the things, like, when you are serious and you come in, you do your workout and you go home, like, a lot of that stuff, like, men feel like you in there for attention, and that's all of us not in there for that.
Right. They be twerking in the gym?
A whole dance routine.
Wow.
A whole dance.
Wow.
A whole dance routine.
I'm not twerking at the gym.
And then the energy, I don't go to certain gyms because the energy is off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to be in a space where I feel negativity. Like, constantly. You know what I'm saying? You feel that. I don't go to those spaces, period. And, you know, I tend to stay to the gyms that I know the energy is going to be level. You know what I'm saying? You may get some, you know what I'm saying, a bad vibe here and there, but generally it's level. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. You got to protect your energy.
Exactly. For real, especially when you're trying to get rid of negative energy. You don't want to
welcome it in.
Exactly. Absorb anybody else's BS. And that's a lot of times what, unfortunately, sometimes women are there for, is to attract men.
Right.
And I tell y'all, not that men don't be talking to women in there, but it's a lot of men that don't be paying y'all no attention.
That's really, they're there absolutely to work out and go home.
Y'all no attention.
They already know what it is.
They, like, y'all be doing the absolute most, and they not paying y'all no attention because they got a girlfriend at home.
Right.
So they really
Well, they paying attention to the chick that ain't trying to pay them no attention, which is her.
Or they gonna look.
Exactly.
But that's it.
And
you know what I'm saying?
They're
they not really paying
anything.
y'all no attention like y'all really think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even do the, I mean, I try to halfway match, but I don't really care if I don't either. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Like, I can have a purple and green and yellow. I don't really care. I don't really care. Like, I don't do
they
all
coming
that.
up in there like it's a fashion
Makeup, hair down, like, all that. I'm not
Girl, you ain't even here to work out. You here to
bingo!
show out.
Like, I'm not finna do none of that. Like, I'm definitely not finna waste no makeup. Definitely not. I was like, you know how much makeup costs? Definitely not finna waste no makeup.
Ever.
No, not on.
Ever.
You finna get a full dry face, fresh up in the morning, might still have sleep in my eyes if it's an early session. Don't really care.
Right.
No.
On me. On me. On me. Here, let me get you some more wine.
Girl,
it's just a little corner.
Just told me some this just, and I'm drinking it. Like,
you can drink that little
they
corner.
Changed my schedule for the next 2 days from 8 to 4:30. So I don't have that 6 a.m. wake up call, but
let's cheers to that. Cheers, cheers.
Right, 8 o'clock.
That's what's up.
I be trying to get people. Well, right now, actually, I am giving advice freely. If anybody inbox me, I'm just giving out free advice. Like, I don't. Somebody once told me, if you really love doing something, you would do it for free.
Right.
So.
Exactly.
One of the reasons that I actually stopped training was because, one, people's mindset was not caught up to reality. And social media has taken over so much that people's expectations are not real life.
Exactly.
So we got a lot of social media influencers that are not living up to what they're selling. And they're selling things that they're not really taking. And to me, that's...
These people getting work done.
All day.
And then they get on social media and pretend like they've worked for their body.
And then sell you a workout plan and
it's all a business plan. Exactly.
And then when I tell somebody something about it, it appears that I'm not supportive of other people. What I'm saying is there are people out here that genuinely love what they do and are doing it for the right reasons.
Right.
And I said there are people out here that this is, I mean, I'm all about somebody getting their coins by any means, but don't sell somebody something that you know that's not going to work for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not
For example,
honest.
give me some examples.
Like,
give the people some examples.
None of this stuff.
The tea, the Nutri-Bars.
None of it work. None of it.
I use those products. I won't even lie.
None of it.
It helps me poop. I have pooping issues, so it works.
It's a laxative.
Yeah,
that's
it works for me.
So here's
in that manner.
Anything that you are taking
I'm scratching my foot, y'all.
Is a supplement is supposed to be used short term, right? So anytime someone has come to me and asked me what supplement would you recommend, my answer is always none, because you have to create a strong foundation for fitness. You have to know how to eat, period.
Right.
So food should always be your first line of defense. There is a food literally for everything. If you are having constipation, you need to eat more vegetables, all green.
Okay.
The greener, the better. It's going to make you go.
Okay.
So once you get your diet in check, everything else
falls into place.
That's it. Like it's not really difficult, but it's the hard things that people are accustomed to. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised eating green vegetables and stuff like that.
See, like I was. If I could revert back to how I grew up eating, I would be good. Like, you know what I'm saying? My parents, we cooked. So it wasn't the fast food that we're so used to in our society. So if I would cook more, and which we do now, like since we're home, like we've been cooking nonstop. Like we cook everything. But as far as like vegetables and stuff, eating my greens, you know, weekly, I feel like I get a good enough intake. But like you said, I probably could do more, and that would probably help my, you know.
And drink more water.
And that's the thing. I do drink water all day. And I won't say I have.
My skin is flawless.
Thank you. I do. I drink water and I drink wine. Those are my beverages of choice. And sometimes, like, I wake up in the morning drinking wine. Some days I have mimosas. Like, I drink my alcohol. It keeps me, you know, and that's all I drink. And I won't lie and say I don't drink it every day, because lately, yes, I drink wine pretty much every day. But my water, I probably drink 6-7 bottles of water a day.
And that's good. That's where you should. That's about
throughout
where you
the day.
Should be. And we got and when you try to explain, and that was another reason, when you try to explain to people the process of what you have to do to achieve X, they don't want that. They want the quick fix. How can I get here? And
I told you. I want the quick fix.
A lot of the supplements that you take will give you that. But you'll gain the weight right back, because why? You don't know how to eat.
Right.
That's it. That's the process.
I know for a fact eating is my #1 problem, because I exercise every day. I do yoga. I walk. Some days I'll go for a run if my knee permits. But I get my exercise in every day, daily, no matter what. And it's my weed habit paired with my junk food habit, you know, because it enhances it, and my snacks. Like, I love certain snacks, and I gotta have my certain snacks. If I could let that go, but I've already come to the realization that I'm never going to stop smoking pot, ever. So I'm probably gonna always eat snacks. And I'm okay with that part of my life. I'm gonna get my stomach done. I'm gonna get some work done. Fuck it.
And I ain't gonna pretend. That's okay. Like, whatever your truth is, that's fine. But don't sell somebody something telling them you did X when you did not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get on social media and sort of y'all that I went and drank some tea and shit, and
all this time, you know what I'm saying? I just haven't been telling nobody I've been working out, but I've really been working out. Like, and I'm not saying not all the social media.
I could do that. I could be working out right now. Like, I really could commit to it and work out and then come back like, look at me, I worked out. But I'm just going to go and get some work done.
And I told people like a couple years ago, I said, I'm finna call Sona Bella. And I'm finna be 40. Like, I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? I said, but the way it's ingrained in me, it's not even about, it's about fitness, but it's also like, my fitness is attached to me mentally. You know what I'm saying? And actually, when I stopped training, that was actually like a low, like seriously a low for me, because I had made myself, that was my identity. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, without it, what do I do? Like, who am I? Why'd
you stop
you know what I'm saying? And it was more or less looking forward at 40 and seeing, you know what I'm saying, training was always like an uphill battle. You know what I'm saying? There was always something going on with it. And I fell in love with my clients. I really invested, and when they were not successful, it like affected me. Like, I'm an empath, so it affected me. Like, I can't sleep because they're not being successful. I'm not being successful. I'm not doing everything that I can do because they're, and then I'm depressed because they're not, you know what I'm saying? And I can't be a trainer like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not giving them the good energy. I'm not giving them what they need. They need positivity all the time. You know what I'm saying? And even though they were getting the workouts, and sometimes we would cancel workout. We need to just talk. We need to figure out, you know, let's get to the mental, let's get to the blocks. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. It's a mental block. Let's figure out what's keeping you from X, because a lot of times people are dealing with mental issues, period. Right. And they can't get past this issue. So we were sitting, we were talking, you know what I'm saying, and I'm connected to that. And I had to separate myself because I wasn't being successful because I was too attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I remember I had a 5 a.m. session with 3 of my favorites, call them the squad, and I came like 10 minutes late. They were already there, and they had the routine, what we normally do, down. I'm a big stickler for form. Form was perfect, and I sat there the whole session and watched them, and that was my last session because they was ready to fly. And I always tell my clients, my job is not to keep you with me. My job is to get you to a point where you're comfortable flying on your own. Right. And once you have adopted this as a lifestyle, you are ready to be on your own. You don't need me no more. Right. And they no longer needed me. So I was like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I don't want any more clients. No, I'm done, because I'm going to be sitting in the corner crying when they tell me they haven't lost any weight because I'm trying to figure out what I'm not doing right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm taking too much of this in, and it's making me sad, and I shouldn't be sad like this.
But you're so passionate about it.
And it's so passionate
about it. And because of that, like, why not share that? Why not share that? I almost want to commit to like saying, take me on as a client. But I'm just gonna go get some work done, y'all. Like, I don't really feel like it. And I can do it.
My family says right by 40. They like, you know, this is what your calling is, and this is what you are supposed to do. And I'm like, I just feel like I just got to a point where I'm like, I'm okay with not. You know what I'm saying? If anybody wants help, I seriously will help them for free.
I want to say,
I would help you for free. Like, I don't even need compensation. I am so passionate about wanting to see you win. This is what I'm like, you just, one of the things is you have to be real with yourself. I was just telling somebody this that inboxed me. I said, listen to me. I'm not a trainer anymore, so I can speak to you candidly. Like, when I was a trainer, certain things I steered away from saying. I don't anymore. don't bullshit me. And don't waste my time. If you not with it, just say,
she like,
just say you not with it.
If I commit
don't come to me and say, don't come to me and be like,
ready.
I do everything right. I don't know why I'm not losing weight. I eat right. I exercise, and I'll be like, you're lying. You are definitely lying. You're not
on camera. What do I eating wise? I eat whatever I want.
And see, acceptance is the itch. See, and see, here's the thing. People will tell you
when I want. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I do it.
And I agree. Most trainers, when you first start out, they're going to put you on a meal plan if they know what they're doing. But here's the problem with a lot of meal plan. A lot of trainers, they are not certified dietitians. So technically, they should not be giving you a meal plan. But there is like a kind of blueprint. This is kind of what you should stick to, right? And a lot of trainers don't want you to cheat because obviously if you're coming to me, you don't have boundaries.
Right.
So you don't need a cheat day because you haven't established that you have boundaries. So you can't have a cheat day until you have boundaries.
Every day my cheat day, y'all.
You don't have no boundaries.
I just do what I want to do.
Because literally, I eat in moderation. You know what I'm saying? I had McDonald's before I got here.
But see, and that's the thing. I ain't going to McDonald's.
I love French fries. French fries is my favorite food, but French fries is sugar. I mean salt and carbs, and I cannot consume a lot of it. So when I eat French fries, it's like I just killed X part of my day. You know what I'm saying? I know that already. This is not something I eat all the time, but that is like my favorite. I love French fries. Any French fries. I don't even give a fuck. See, I can make them.
I ain't even eat, like, I might eat French fries once every 2-3 weeks.
I would eat them every day if I could.
Like, like I told you, my problem is junk food. And I don't say junk food. My problem is everything I eat, because I eat whatever I want to eat. If I want pizza, if I want whatever, ravioli, if I want just Chinese food, I eat what the fuck I want. Food, like, I eat Chinese food. I cook unhealthy shit all the time.
And I
love snack cakes and shit.
I'm not a big snacker.
Them pound cake, them Intimates pound cakes, baby. I love shit like the pound cakes and blueberry muffins. I love those two things. Those are my weakness.
I can do without that, and I think that's another
the shit that I would hate to give up.
I have a salty palate though, which I've done it. Actually went to the doctor recently because my blood pressure was getting higher, and I was on pre-hypertension stage, which is, I'm not trying to take anybody's medication, but they were like, your blood pressure you need to get this under control. To the point where if I got sick or stressed, my head was like, I'm cloudy, my head, like, because my blood pressure is elevated because I'm already pre-hypertension. So I just went to the doctor. She was like, your blood pressure looks very good. And I was like, yes, I am a chip eater. I have a salty palate. I love pickles, chips, popcorn, all stuff. Like, I eat stuff like that. I mix my hood mix. I love my white cheddar popcorn with little Boosie snacks. Like, that is my favorite. Like, you know how the amount of sodium is in that? Crazy amount of sodium that's in that. And my blood pressure will be like sky high. So that's like a treat for me. Even those like hood pickles like that I love on Natural Bridge and Kings Highway, and they got them sweet and spicy. I can sit there and eat the whole jar like in one sitting. Stomach be all sorts of
upside down, and you still just
I love it. Like, but that's what I'm saying. I understand that there are certain things that I have as a treat, and if I get like a cupcake, like Hostess cupcake, I eat one and I throw the other one in the trash.
Really? I'm gonna throw it away. I'll save it for later.
I intended to save it for later, but then it was just sitting there for 3 days, and I wound up throwing it away because I didn't have a taste for it. It's like once that I bite it and the taste is like satisfied, I'm done with it. Right. At that particular point, I don't want it anymore.
Willpower. I'm just like willpower.
But I can eat tomatoes and cucumbers raw. Like,
see, I'll eat if I'm eating a tomato, it's gonna be in a salad. But cucumbers, I'll sit up and eat those raw all the time.
I'll eat all of that stuff raw, and I eat vegetables. I hate greens and cabbage.
I love greens, cabbage.
I cannot stand it.
Bash it.
People will swear to me every single time. They be like, "You just haven't had my greens." Listen, don't ever in your life disrespect my grandma like that. I had my grandma greens, and I hated those too. I don't like greens. I just don't like them. And people feel like that's like cussing them out. What you mean you don't like greens? I don't feel like you cussing me out. I just don't like them. Yeah. I don't like the texture. I don't like the taste.
Baby.
I don't like anything about them. Somebody I worked with brought me some greens and they were sweet. I tasted them because I really wanted to, because it's a dark green. And that's something that you should incorporate into your diet. I just don't like them. I can eat it plain, just raw. But
just
you cook them.
No, man, I'm gonna bash some greens. I wish I had some greens right now. Okay. I would go start to eat some greens. Cabbage?
The texture is...
Baby, I'm bashing. That's what... And both... Well, greens, I probably cook greens maybe once or twice. Mine usually cook greens for whatever holiday, whatever we decide we want greens for. But cabbage, baby, that's one of my specialties.
I can't eat any of it. I got some summer squash and some eggplants and some... It's not cucumbers, it's the other one. I forgot what it is. But I got some of those now that I don't particularly like the taste of it, but I force myself to eat it because eggplant is really good for you. I don't like the tast of it. See, so I have to mix it in, mashed potatoes in.
I don't want the actual egg.
Ow. But this is like a little short, fat one. Like, it ain't even...
Just give me a little long, strong
shape.
One.
Right, it ain't even a right shape. It's like, and it might be too right. But I learned how to, you know, eat and figure out, you know what I'm saying, what works best for me. And that just... put on a couple pounds because I used to be little.
She was
little.
I was too. I was a little scared. Think back to like when we were way younger. I was a little. I like olive oil. Just a little lanky.
I was 102 pounds for forever.
For real.
And 9 months pregnant with my youngest son. 9 months pregnant, I was 134 pounds. I said 100. I can't even get down to 134. I have been trying to lose this 5 pounds for like 6 months now. Like, this 5 pounds will not separate from me. Which at this point, I'm just like, whatever. But the doctor told me, this is what the doctor said. The doctor told me, I had this conversation with her with a straight face. She said, you're very low on vitamin D. I'm a grown up. I didn't even crack a smile or nothing. I was laughing in my head. I was like, vitamin D? And she was like, yeah. Yeah, you don't have any vitamin D. And I'm like, yeah, no. But she was like, your percentage for an adult should be between 15 and 30. And I was at 7% in my body. So vitamin D contributes to helping the body produce melatonin. Because I was telling her that I had problems either staying asleep or going to sleep. And she was like, you're really low on vitamin D. So, you know, take some of that or take some melatonin because that's what your body is lacking right now. The body is amazing and I freaking love it because the body is so smart in certain aspects that people don't even understand. The body just caught on to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Just learning about how the body acts and reacts to certain things has always been kind of interesting to me. So I was like, so vitamin D produces melatonin, so that's why I can't sleep? Oh, okay. All right, well... Go outside? Yeah, I'm not going outside.
That's why I sleep so much, because I spend so much time outside.
Yeah, I don't be outside. She asked me that. She was like, do you go outside? I said, I work from home. And I go to the gym and I come back home.
Oh, I'll be outside. I love going outside.
I used to. I don't enjoy it anymore.
Even when it's hot. I love outside.
I really used to. I sat on my mom's porch for all of maybe... not even 3 minutes and felt like I got enough.
Really?
And I was like, you see me sucking up the vitamin D?
I love the sun beat, especially in the summer. sun beat down on me. Like my skin, especially in the summertime, I'm at my best in the summertime.
I used to love being outside. What happened to me?
I don't know.
I used to love it. I did.
Probably because you were outside so much.
I did. I really. This not the same sun either.
This some different
not the
heat,
same.
y'all.
This is not. I don't remember it ever being this hot outside.
Than the heat we grew up in. This is absolutely some different
I remember it was always tolerable for us to go outside. I felt like when we was growing up, it was like 85 degrees every day.
No, we had hot days.
I don't remember.
You probably just don't recall them. But we
I remember my mama telling us we couldn't go outside because it was too hot. Wait till the sun go down a little bit. But I don't remember it actually being hot to where I couldn't stand it. I just wanted to be outside. I just wanted to be outside. My mama wouldn't let us go outside because it was too hot. And I'm like, what do you mean it's outside? How is it too hot to be outside?
Hey, it gets hot. And it's hot
now I know,
right now.
Because I tell people all the time, it's too hot to be outside. Go in the house, sit down, sit in the air, watch something on Netflix.
For real.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Yes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right, y'all. We gonna shut it down right here. Thank you guys for tuning in to Pure Phuckery, the podcast. I'm your host, your favorite Dr. Bay, Monique Ross. This is my homegirl, Kiesha. Hit her up for all your fitness needs.
Yes.
Tell them where they can find you.
Facebook, Kiesha Wright. It's on Facebook, and Instagram, call me Mervs. And Mervs is actually Mervs and Muscles mixed together. Don't make fun of me. Y'all can't.
Call me Mervs. Mervs and Muscles. Look her up. If you're looking for a trainer, ladies, if you want somebody local St. Louis metropolitan area and surrounding areas, you want to, get some training going, she can help you out with all your fitness needs, get you in shape. I'm thinking about it. We gonna talk offline about this whole situation because I'm dead ass serious. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get some work done. Who has time? But I have time. I honestly could fit in a fitness routine in my schedule. So we gonna talk offline and I'll let y'all know what we come up with, and who knows, y'all might get some workout sessions from your girl. I appreciate you all for the likes, the comments, the shares. Thank you for tuning in to Pure Phuckery, the podcast. I'll catch you all in the next episode. Peace. Bye, y'all.